Hi, it's Martin's Engine Services. Just made a little video this evening. It's been a glorious day here in West Norfolk. Temperature now has just dipped under the full nuclear and everything stopped melting, including me. But no, it's been an absolutely glorious day today and actually got quite a lot done considering. We're taking advantage of the nice warm weather, doing a lot of engine parts cleaning so I can jet wash them off and bake them dry in the sun. Speed things up nicely. I'm making progress on the stock car engine here, the Vauxhall X14 unit, or Z14 this one, isn't it? Yeah, Z14XE, or the half and half engine as I shall know it. You see I've got the pistons cleaned up here, they've come up really nicely. It's absolutely, really have cleaned up well. It took a lot of work, I did have to resort to using quite a high power chemical cleaner in the end to get the oil deposits off, which has worked well, and likewise the bearing caps have all come up remarkably well. One of the worst items of this engine, of course, was the sump. Let's get it down from up here. There, out of the way. Right, there we go. And you can see that is now super clean. There was probably about 5-6 mil of sludge actually in the bottom of this, and this windage tray was truly awful. And the usual place here was solid, but I've been putting a lot of effort into it, and a lot of detergents and cleaners and paint strip, not quite a paint strip. I've actually been using this basically sort of oven and heavy duty degreaser cleaner, and that's actually done the job really well. So that's all ready to assemble. Cylinder heads all ready to assemble. The valves are lapped in, and we've just been waiting for a few parts to arrive. Took delivery, got some new valve springs here today, original GM ones, made in South Korea. So there we go. So that's that ready to go. So I can reassemble the head, probably that tomorrow or Wednesday. And waiting for the bottom end components to come in, the gaskets, water pump, etc. I've got the crankshaft to finish cleaning here, which I should be using the chemical to clean, and likewise the inside of the block, although that's actually halfway there now. But there's a lot of oil deposits baked up in the tops of these main bearing housings, and as I said previously, the problem is once you've disturbed this, you have got to get it all out. If you don't get every bit off, it will mix in with the oil and potentially create havoc. So it's got to be clean. The outside of the block's fine. I've given the cooling system a good blast through, and that's all fine. So that's all ready to go. So we're doing quite well on that one. The Ford engine's still sitting over there. Haven't really progressed any further with that. There was no real rush for that, and so the customer is trying to source another bottom end or a crankshaft, or we can rob for it. So that's sitting there. There's a few extra bits from the Vauxhall engine, so that's progress going quite well on that one. And sitting over in the other workshop, I've got a little project car of my own here. It's a 2003 Honda Civic 1.6, which I actually did a bit of a trade with a friend of mine. I've helped him out on one job, and I've got another little job to do for him, and he swapped me this beautiful little example here. It'll starts and runs nicely. It's got the wonderful little VTEC 110 horsepower engine, and she really does go well. So I'm just doing a few jobs on it. I'm going to get it through an MOT, and I think it'll make somebody a great little runabout. You can see she's pretty clean actually. It's I've given it a couple of good washes and bits and pieces, got an inevitable dent here and there and a few scrapes on the bumpers, but it's 22 odd years old now and can't really fault that. Interiors are nice and clean. It starts beautiful, runs fine. I'm just cleaning the front brakes up. It's been sitting for a few months, and the old caliper slide pins as usual had seized up nicely. This to clean up fine, and everything seems fine on the front suspension and the steering. I will have to put new rear brake discs on it and pads because they are kind of disintegrated, but that's not too big a deal on these. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's got a few scuffs on the bumper there, which I'll tidy up a little bit. It's got a scuff on the bumper here and a couple of signs of combat in the car park, I expect. Wheels need a really good clean up. I've just done 2 of them, actually, making use of the sun, and just give them a quick blast off and a bit of the old liquid degreaser, and they've come up remarkably well. It's quite a nice original car, really. It's got all the spare wheel, tools, all the bits and pieces, everything's in the back there and whatnot, and it's not destroyed inside. It's still got the original radio and handbook and even a little bit of Honda history with it. So, you know, I think it will make someone a good little car. It's just something for me to tinker about with, really, and I quite like doing this sort of thing, reviving these old sort of things and keeping them going. If anybody who's seen the video on the little Nissan Micra the customer gave me for the transmission issue, and I sorted that out, and that's gone on to help somebody else, and I was kind of like that. Seems a shame to throw away cars like this. They've got plenty of life left in them, and knowing Honda at this sort of age, it'll simply keep going forever. A rather curious dent up here on the pillow. Strange sort of one, but oh well. So we say a little bit of character. It's all in pretty good order inside. I mean, I haven't done anything to it. I haven't vacuumed it or anything. It's all there, nice and original. The door trims are there. Electric windows all round, all work. No warning lights, no fault codes. And I suppose about the biggest issue I found in the interior is the bonnet release handles fell off, which seems to be a very common Honda problem, and I think they're about £6 off eBay for the repair kit. So that's it. Otherwise, everything works 100%. So I'm quite impressed with the whole thing. I can have hours of amusement resurrecting this over the week. So I'm going to all the other little jobs done first. Give it a check over. I mean, I think it's been well cared for. Everything's topped up to the max. Everything's good to go. All the fluids were good, and I've given the engine a bit of a wash because it was just installed, and you know, usual cobwebs and spiders, etc. But it's all nice original car. Never been crashed. It's all original bumpers and original details. Quite impressive, really, for the age. Yeah, so I'll be doing the necessary work on this, getting it through an MOT next week or 2, and see if we can find it for a nice new owner. I don't know whether the brake disc is going to show up completely. It might, but yeah, there's a tiny little band where the brake pad's been touching just in the middle there, and the rest of the surface of the disc has literally disintegrated. So it's been stood for a couple of months, and I took it up the road and just hit the brakes to clean it off, and there was a tremendous amount of noise from the back, especially this side, and there was chunks of rust come out, and I think, oh dear, I think that's the end of that. So they're not very expensive and pretty straightforward to do, and that's no major deal. So I think that's literally all I can see it's going to need. I'll touch in a few bits and pieces and whatnot, and away we go. Oh, just looking at the rear light there, and appears to be a collection of bulbs in the bottom. Okay. Well, I guess there's one way to keep the spare bulbs, but I think we'll have to remove that. I can imagine that's going to be the annoying rattle. Interesting. I'll look into that. Anyhow, that's what I'm up to on this Monday. It's just starting to cool down a little bit now. Transit's sitting out here in the sun, looking very nice. No, I haven't washed it, of course. That's off for an MOT on Thursday. I don't think there'll be any issues given how much work I've done to it, so that should be all right. And where I take it, the guy, they know it well down the garage now, and he sort of peers underneath it and goes, blimey, what haven't you painted? Especially now with all the body done and the chassis done and everything, so that shouldn't be a problem. But I'll give it a little check the lights and use the bits and pieces before I take it, and we should be good to go. And that's about all I'm up to, really. So I think it's time for a little bit of get another tea break, and I shall report back Wednesday with the usual what's happening in the workshop, which should be 2/3 of a stock car engine assembled, he says confidently. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's always appreciated, and bye for now.